Conor McGregor is no doubt one of the most popular athletes in the world. An MMA fighter, Conor is regarded as one of the highest paid athletes in the world, and according to Forbes, he made around $47 million between June 2018 and June 2019. The majority of McGregor's money comes from his fights, with his historic boxing fight with Floyd Mayweather making him around $85 million. In the same year, he made a total of $99 million. Beside his fights, McGregor makes money from endorsement deals, and he also has clothing collaborations which add to his wealth. Coupled with these is a whiskey brand deal which brings millions to him every year. A fighter who went from rags to riches, Conor is not afraid to flaunt his wealth. In fact, he uses every opportunity to remind the world that he can afford the most expensive items, and he doesn't mind buying them as many times as he wants. A self-proclaimed billionaire, let's take a look at how he spends his money. Ready? Let's go! But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Just how much is Conor McGregor worth? Even though he claims he is a billionaire in an Instagram post, analysts believe that the numbers do not really add up. In 2017, he made his biggest paycheck of $85 million after a boxing match with Mayweather. During his UFC hiatus, the fight had 4.3 million pay-per-views, recording a revenue of more than $550 million. In his fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov, even though he lost, Conor made a total payout of around $30 million, a huge thanks to the 2.4 million pay-per-view buys. He also made $622,000 per second in 2015 against Jose Aldo, a fighter he knocked out in 15 seconds. His partnership deals with companies like Monster Inc., Burger King, Beats by Dre, Anheuser-Busch, and High Smile raked in almost $20 million in 2018. Conor has a clothing line which he created in collaboration with David August. The brand features some of the most expensive and explicit pieces in the fashion market. In 2019, Forbes ranked him number 65 on the list of the highest paid celebrities in the world, and number 21 on the list of the world's highest paid athletes. Let's take a look at what Conor McGregor spends all his money on. He likes his cars. Cars have an elegant and exquisite aura, and it's no surprise that almost every celebrity goes the extra mile to have the best and, of course, most expensive cars. Naturally, for an individual who has been berated over his spending habits, the Irish fighter is not any different. Conor invests heavily in cars. He owns several cars, from the old-school classics to the newest exotic rides, such as a green Lamborghini, which is perhaps one of his most prized possessions. He owns an entire fleet of cars which also contain a Rolls-Royce Phantom drophead coupe, which costs around $500,000. He also owns a Cadillac Escalade, a BMW 730 Sport, a Chevy Corvette Stingray, and a BMW i8. A number of houses to chill in. Conor has a mansion in Las Vegas, one in Marbella, Spain, and another just outside of Dublin, where he likes to live it up and relax. The houses are unusually gigantic in size, featuring some of the best features a mansion could come with. For example, his house in Ireland comes with 5 bedrooms, a living room, game rooms, 6 bathrooms, and a kitchen as big as some homes. His house in Las Vegas, on the other hand, comes with 7 bedrooms, a spa, a 50-foot infinity pool, and a back garden golf course. The house in Spain, which he refers to as a holiday house, comes with a customized gym, a spa, a swimming pool, and a number of bedrooms. He bought this house for $1.3 million a few years back. He makes good money. Why wouldn't he make his homes as comfortable as possible? A private jet? Conor likes a life of luxury. And what other luxury item like a private jet to complement his wealth? Conor needs to constantly fly, mostly for his fights and partnership deals, and a private jet, no doubt, makes it easier for him. With this fame and success, it is only natural that he would want to fly first class all the time. And how can he keep doing that when everyone on the flight wants a picture? His fur coat, which got people talking. Fur coats among celebrities aren't as popular as they used to be. This is due to the rise of activist movements who are fighting for the rights of animals, whose skins are used in making these coats. Most of these celebrities now choose to wear faux fur, a much safer option. But Conor McGregor does not seem to care. In a press conference leading to UFC 205, a fight which was against Eddie Alvarez, Conor showed up in a white, exotic Gucci mink coat. Naturally, the decision put him under the public eye, with most calling it a public stunt familiar to what Joe Frazier did in 1974 against Muhammad Ali. This gets crazier when you realize that McGregor left the price tag on, a tiny detail caught by a paparazzi. Later on, the fighter came forward to say that he had bought a pair of the coats for $80,000 and $55,000. Since the company discontinued all animal skin clothing, Conor has said that he would pass on the fur to his children, because who knows what the coats would cost in the future. He sure has a valid point there. He loves his footwear. Regarding himself as a style icon, McGregor has publicly made his love for shoes known, and he sure wears the most expensive ones. If you visit his Instagram page, you'll see the fight icon flaunting his most exorbitant shoe purchases. This includes a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes, which cost around $750. He also has a pair of crocodile loafers made out of actual crocodile skin, which goes for around $1,000. Unfortunately, he has to carry papers and several documents if he wants to wear these shoes everywhere. This is due to the animal remnant laws in several parts of the United States. Who doesn't like to party? Not Conor McGregor, of course. The MMA star enjoys partying, and he does this at every opportunity he gets. These parties aren't just the regular kinds, but ones which flow with exotic wines and celebrities. Perhaps Conor should tone down on the partying a bit, but who's bold enough to tell him that? Maybe someone who can knock him out in the ring. $1 million watch? One of the most expensive possessions of McGregor is his wristwatch collection. Conor wears some of the most expensive wristwatches in the world, with his collection featuring watches like the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona. Except in the ring, Conor is always wearing a wristwatch, and this is understandable when you realize the cost of these watches. According to reports, some watches in his collection cost as high as $500,000 to $1 million. Interestingly, the fighter gifts some of these watches to loved ones on rare occasions. His love for suits. If there's one thing every single person knows about Conor, it is the fact that he likes to dress sharp. Conor owns an extensive collection of suits because he decides not to wear the same outfit in public twice. Also, you won't find any of the suits he's worn in public stores because most of them are custom designed for him. He takes pride in his suits, which have been reported to cost around $4,000 to $10,000. This might seem fair for a man as rich as Conor McGregor, but becomes outrageous when you realize that this would add up to around $1 million each year. His wardrobe also includes, but is not limited to, Gucci shirts worth around $2,000 and a Louis Vuitton jumper which costs around $920. You'd also remember that Gucci mink coats, which have a total cost of around $150,000. Owns a yacht. In 2017, the fighter bought his first boat, dubbed the 188. 2 years later, he bought the prestigious 750, a yacht which stands at 75 feet and has an on-the-water price of $3.4 million before extras are added. Conor has a number of videos on Instagram where he can be seen browsing through the brochure. In the brochure, it says, "Built for Mr. Conor McGregor," and contains a quote from the fighter which says, "Chasing the dream inspires me." Just recently, he showed up in Abu Dhabi for his fight against Dustin Poirier in a 300-foot luxury yacht made for charter services. Even though he doesn't own the Moonlight 2, the yacht costs around $784,000 for rental per week. The yacht can comfortably accommodate 36 guests in 18 different staterooms. There's also a team of 35 crew members who are ready to assist passengers with anything and make their stay on the yacht very memorable. Conor won't be forgetting this trip for a long while. Training camp. Conor is a fighter, which means staying fit, and regularly training is a necessity for him. Incidentally, all kinds of training camps are expensive, as As you'd have to pay for equipment, then you'd have to pay staff members and trainers. You'd also have to pay the fighters who you have to regularly spar with. Running a training camp is serious business, and one that requires a lot of money to run. Conor understands this, and he goes the extra mile to make his training camp the best. He admitted on several occasions that he has spent six figures on his training camps as he wants to get the best out of his training experience. Charity. Like most celebrities, Conor gives back to society. He has been constantly associated with Simon Community and Inner City Helping Homeless, two charities he believes are affecting a change in the world. Even though he has had a few controversies over the years, there's no denying that Conor is a guy with a good heart and an example of someone who wouldn't easily forget his roots. As you'd remember, he was a plumbing apprentice in Ireland before he made his fortune. Conor sure does know how to have fun with his millions. And with that, we wrap up this video. Thanks for watching.